Hey guys, Paul of Cigar Life here. We're going to be doing a review on a pretty well known cigar, one I haven't smoked very much of, and also I'm going to be announcing the next giveaway, what we're giving away and when we're giving it away. So let's just go ahead and get to the giveaway information. We're going to be doing a Man of War Ruination 10th anniversary. It's a beautiful Maduro box press, one of my favorite daily smokes, or actually those are more like weekend smokes. The Man of War Virtue. It's a really good Connecticut wrapper. There's a Toro, I believe. And then we have a Brickhouse Maduro. This is something everybody posts for dailies. They love to smoke them. This is, of course, a 6x60 Gordo. And this is the review I'm going to do tonight. It's going to be an Undercrown Maduro. A lot of people smoke them, love them. It's a Drew Estates. I'll tell you a little bit more about it when we get into smoking it, but one of the really good cigars from Drew Estates. I actually kind of like its cousin. Of course, we'll get into that one as we go. I'm not going to be pairing with anything special tonight, just because, well, I got to get up early and go to work tomorrow. So, if you got to get up early, you don't really need to be pairing too much. Alright, let's go ahead and get to the clipping and smoking. And of course, I'm going to announce the winners on my birthday, January 29th. I got a lot of good special smokes for my birthday. Shout out to Adam, I really appreciate you. I also have I was born in 1984. I have a 1984 Cuban Trinidad that was sent to me by a gentleman, I guess, about 6 months back. And I've been eyeballing it waiting for my birthday. This has a really good chocolatey, leathery smell. It's a tiny bit toothy, but not very much. Really beautiful, oily wrapper. We're going to go ahead and talk about its cousin, the Liga number 9. It's also made by Drew Estates, but very close to the wrapper. The wrapper on the Liga is a little bit darker, a little less toothy. But pretty close, to tell you the truth. Going to remove that off the foot. Saw a picture of somebody on Facebook that actually lit theirs up by the foot with the paper on there. Some people's children. Alright. Of course, going to use a deep V cut. And since it's an undercrown, would it be fitting to do anything but a crown cut? I don't think so. So, did a nice good crown cut in it. And I recently had an anniversary, and my wife, 11th anniversary, my wife got me a very good lighter. The Alex Bradley Torch. I love this thing. I mean, I absolutely do. It makes toasting a breeze. It's a great table lighter. You don't have to hold it down. Believe it or not, it does not use that much fuel. My quad table lighter uses way more fuel than this thing. And you don't have to hold it directly on the fire to get the torch either. This thing burns good. I would say it probably gives me the quickest light out of anything. Also, if you need to heat up a can of beans, can't stir no. Alright, already off the bat, just that first hit. You taste that Liga Privada number 9 on there, and it's got a lot of the same flavor notes. It's almost the exact same construction. When I was reading about these cigars, it said they actually were the favorite among the factory workers, and they had to tell them to quit smoking them and save some for the customers. Just a tiniest bit of spice on the retro. No, I'm not going to do the Cobra Kai and lick all over this thing. Definitely has that good woodsy, let's say, yeah, kind of oak flavor. Not too much. It's got that leathery taste as well, just like you smell on it. It said it has a little bit of a coffee at the end. I'm not getting that right now. I don't taste the coffee on there. Now this one is a binder of Brazilian and Nicaraguan. It's, sorry, filler of Brazilian and Nicaraguan. It's a U.S. Connecticut binder, and the wrapper is a Mexican wrapper. So it's got all the good stuff on there. This one sells anywhere from $9 to $11. It's a 7 by 48 ring gauge. It was actually rated a 91. So you're supposed to have a strong oak wood flavor. I barely get oak wood off there. I would say it's more like a cedar, to be honest with you. It's a little bit oaky, but I'm a barbecue enthusiast. I've used a lot of oak wood. I get more of a cedar. And this one hasn't been aging in my cedar too long either, so I mean it's been sitting there for about a month. No, that's a State of Texas cup. Not supporting your sports team. You get a little bit of earthiness to it. Slight pickup of the cocoa powder style with a little bit of spice. That's maybe what they're calling the coffee, but I'm not really getting coffee. I'm getting a little bit of cocoa and spice. Oh, the red zero spice is actually going down, so. The Liga Privada number 9, well, it was called the Liga number 9. Really great cigar. It has some of the flavor notes as this, but it's, I think, a little bit more chocolatey or a little bit sweeter. This does have a little bit of sweetness to it on the back end, too. I'm not really picking up, I wouldn't say it's vanilla. It's more like a sweet caramel flavor. That's about it. With that chocolate, just a little bit, kind of like cocoa powder on the back end, not really chocolate, cocoa. It's got a really great draw. Good, thick, creamy smoke. So far, it's been a really good smoke. I've never actually had the Undercrown Maduro. I've had a few Undershades and a few other different Maduro States Undercrowns, but not really the Maduro yet. But I saw this one, had to pick it up. It looked good. You know, you can tell by the construction and the way they look sometimes, like, you know what, that's going to be a good cigar. Can't tell a cigar by a band, but you can dang sure tell it by the wrapper and construction. I looked at the end of it. Had nice, beautiful dark leaves on the inside as well. So, kind of reminds me. Let me see if I got any. I might not have done a review on this one yet. Reminds me of the Oliva Series G Churchill. Oliva Series G Churchill. No, I haven't done a review on it yet, but it's a little bit more refined to it. Tobacco's a little bit more fermented, I think, a little bit more aged. Wrapper's not as dark. It's not as toothy. It's very velvety, like Oliva likes to do. Reminds me a lot of that cigar. So it is like the brute full flavor version. I love a full flavor cigar, so this one's pretty good so far. This cigar, because it has a lot of different flavor notes, probably from all the different regions of tobacco, I think it'd pair good with a scotch, a dark beer, coffee, a Merlot. I think it can stand up to a lot of different good strong drinks. Not very many different cigars can stand up to that many different pairings. For me, ice water's doing fine right now. But it's really good. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and ash. I'll come back to y'all on the next ash, and we'll talk about how it's tasting, what's going down so far, and I'll be back with you guys. Alright guys, smoking good, great draw, burning evenly. That flavor that was more like cocoa has really evolved into like an espresso flavor with a little hint of vanilla. That caramel flavor kind of went away because it wasn't mixing up the vanilla with the cocoa. So it does have a really good slight vanilla flavor on the back end. A little bit of coffee in it. I thought they might have been crazy when they wrote that down. They definitely got the wood wrong though. That is cedar through and through. Still smells good and leathery. It's got that little bit of leathery taste as well. What else in here smoking it besides the Oliva Series G? Kind of reminds me a little bit of, I can't remember now. It's a La Floria Dominica one, a little cigar. It's really good. I don't think I did a review on it, so I don't have the name written down. But really good cigar. Had a lot of the same notes as well. Had about the same leathery and the same cedary. That one was actually a little bit stronger than this one, to tell you the truth. Think about doing a live stream when I'm smoking my cigars on my birthday. I don't know. Might do like a Zoom call with a bunch of people and record it. We'll see. I think that'd be nice to put some good smokers on there. Excuse me. Maybe pick out a cigar, send it to a few guys, and have a Zoom with it. And also one thing, if you're on the Cigar Life Facebook page, we're going to be putting up a list and voting for what we think the top, we'll say 20 cigars of the 2020 was. Because there was a controversial list put out in, well, bestsellers is what they had in Cigar International's latest catalog. And if you haven't seen it, it's, I mean, it's got one of them on there, but I wouldn't put this in the top 20 cigars of 2020. I mean, it's a good cigar. Hands down in the top 100, not in the top 20. I mean, it's probably right outside, probably in the top 30 to be honest with you. It's just a good smoke, but it doesn't stand up to the Badia barrel aged, well, barrel proof 2019. Doesn't stand up to the aging room Nicaragua F55. Well, it's the aging room F55N. I even like the aging room F55M better than F55N, which is one's the Maduro, one's the Nicaraguan. They didn't even have any padrones on there. They didn't have any small brands on there. I mean, Call to Arms is one of them that Adam hooked me up with, and it was top five. Top five cigar, honestly. Had to be at least in the top 10 this year. I was kind of smoking on New Year's Eve, so, excuse me. I didn't really sit there and analyze it like I do when you're smoking a cigar. Because that's why factory smokes are still good. Because you just sit there and smoke a cigar, good taste and everything. You're not sitting there analyzing it too much when you're doing stuff. Especially like watching a football game like today or something. I like to sit down with a cigar the first time I smoke it. Give it a good analyzation. Write it down in my book. Write it down in one of the journals. And just kind of keep it. I think I might have one in here that reminds me of it. This is way better than that one. Yeah, I got more flavor notes than that. It's more like a Series G than a Series V. Well, that would make sense. They're big by them too. That reminds me a lot of it. 20th anniversary Maduro from Rocky Patel. This one isn't quite as refined as that one. That 20th anniversary Maduro is perfectly aged. I mean, it's a great smoke. This one's close. Has close to the same flavor notes. Except this one has that little tricky vanilla on the back end. I'm not even getting it every time. It's just sometimes it gets a little bit stronger. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and knock out what little bit of ash I have left. I'm going to come back to y'all on the next ash, and we'll talk about what it's doing on the next one. Be back with you guys. Alright guys, definitely time to ash again. Let it go a little bit longer this time. It just has like a really great flavor to it. That leathery's got a little bit stronger, but I believe it does need to be purged a little bit. It's got a little bit too much of that coffee. A little bit of sweet notes have went away. So, if you don't purge them, I like to. No, I don't. As Tim says, I don't know why that works, but it does. Took that strong flavor away and made it a lot better of a cigar. Its taste has still changed since the last time I've ashed, but now I'm getting more of the woody flavor, more of the coffee. A little bit less of vanilla is almost completely gone. I'm getting a little more spice. See how much spice is on the retro. Oh yeah, got some good spice on the retro there. I like it. That leathery flavor is very good and prominent. You know, I like the cigar a lot. Um, they rate it as a 91. I've been on the rating scale on every single one. 95 and above is wow, excellent. Keep it in the humidor, that's amazing. 90, 95 is hand it to your buddy, be very proud of it. But looking at some of these that I've rated, like 92 for the L300 LFD, 90 for the Partagas Presidente. Partagas Series D was definitely a 95. That was great. Actually, 96. 89 for the Chapter 9. No, Chapter 1 LFD. The Cota Nicaragua, 96. Let's see if I have 91 in here. Macanudo Inspirado Black. Not too bad of a comparison, actually. Except that one had a lot more chocolate to it. I gotta give this an 89. It's not the 90 to 95. It's not give it to a friend and be like, you gotta try this. It's a good cigar. I mean, it's a great cigar to smoke. I'm just not putting it in the 90s. This one's definitely going to the 89s. I know they rated it 91 to start with from them, but I go off my rating system by comparing it to other cigars. I'm not comparing it to cigars to this year. I'm comparing it to all other cigars. With its flavored note, its strength, it's got a good burn. It has good thick smoke. It has a lot of good stuff. 90's got to have a little bit of a wow. That's close to being the wow factor. 95's got to be the complete wow factor. Sorry, my AC kicked on, give me a cold chill. 95 and above's got to be a complete wow factor. Got to be like, wow, this is an amazing cigar. This is great. Got to tell somebody about it. 89 is close. I don't believe it makes that above 90 threshold. If it's one of your favorite cigars, I'm not trying to put it down. I really do like it. I do not see myself buying a box of them. See myself buying a 5-pack. I don't think they're box worthy. A lot of people love them. Good. I'm glad you found a cigar you love. People's flavor profiles differ. For me, it's not box worthy. I mean, if I get a good price on them, I'd buy a box. That's just because I could smoke it on the weekends. I hate to say it, guys. This is box worthy. I bought 2 boxes of them already. I have a full, actually, 3 boxes. Don't tell Crystal. I still have a full box. Those have a wow factor. Those have something amazing about it. When I smoke them, I go, wow, this is good. Olivia Series G. Smoke it. I ain't get a wow factor from that one. That one's a wow. That's a good one. It's not a wow above 95, but it's a box worthy cigar. This, buy a 5-pack. Smoke one every few weekends or so. It's a good cigar to put in your rotation. I'm not saying don't keep it. I'm just saying it's not above 90 for me. It's just, I can't put it above cigars that I've given a 90. I'd rather smoke those than these. I love Drew Estates. This is close to a Liga, number 9. It's not, though. Liga number 9, I'm going to do a review on one, so I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to rate it. Not really sure what I'm going to rate it, but I know it's higher than this. It's the refined version of this. It's the perfected version of this. The mix is close to the same, but it's not the same. The wrapper's different. I think it's got more Lajero than the other one. This one, I like. I will buy more. It's not the most amazing one. Drew Estates, y'all make amazing cigars. I love them. About this one, it's just not my top 100. I mean, if you find a cigar kind of like this one that you want to smoke more of, like the Rocky Patel 20th Maduro, that one's rated 95 for a reason. That thing is good. It has super thick and creamy smoke. It has a beautiful smoke. It burns good. It's just easier. This has a good draw, but the other one's just like an easy draw. Fills your mouth full of smoke so quick. Box presses do that though. It's just it has that wow factor. I think if you took some of these, now it's going to sound cliche for me because I'm an ager. You age these about 3 to 5 years, you're mid-90s. I really do. It's got a lot of good complex flavors. It really reminds me of the Avio Ritmo South America. It's got a bunch of different elements together that work together. And it tastes good, and it's got good, thick, creamy smoke. It just doesn't have that step up. And by all means, if you think I'm wrong, comment below why you think you love it. Why it's better than what I'm saying it is. I will listen to constructive criticism. It's just a matter of flavor and taste for me. I love this cigar. It's a good cigar. But it's not that extra. Alright guys, I thought I was going to rate it higher when I first started smoking, to tell you the truth. I was like, 91 might be a little low for this thing. But as you smoke it through and you get the flavors and it goes through, it's where it is, guys. Ratings fall where they fall. Excuse me. Now, as always guys, I want you to remember to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below or on Facebook on Cigar Life. If you're a member of Facebook Cigar Life and you're not a subscriber here yet, please subscribe. We're trying to get the channel built as much as we can to where we can do bigger giveaways. We did get quite a few views on the last video, which I'm very grateful for. I want to see how many we can get. This is not for me to make money off of, guys. This is for us to get more and free cigars for y'all to give away. Hopefully one day I can give away lighter ashtray combos with a nice box of cigars. I want to get up to where I can do some big giveaways for you guys. I don't want to be sponsored. I just want to do big giveaways. Because I believe sponsorship kind of ruins what I do. Which is, if Drew Estate sponsored me, this would be getting 93 for most people. For me, I'd give it 89. They wouldn't be happy with me. I don't want to have any conflict of interest when I'm smoking my cigars. I'm not sponsored by anybody. Nobody pays me. I only do this because, well, smoking good cigars and I like to talk to you people. So remember, guys, like, share, and subscribe to Cigar Life. Comment down below. We're going to be giving those cigars away on January 29th on my birthday. Well, Alexa will announce the person. Last time we had 100 and something people in it. It was absolutely wonderful. If you do win, please post cigars. The last guy didn't. Well, he's not a member of Facebook, but he didn't post cigars, a picture below or anything on the video like I asked him to. I like y'all to post it to where everybody knows I'm giving away cigars. So I think he's the only person that hasn't. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you for all your support. See you on the next video.